Hello again, this is Heiko from Exchange Lab. This time I'm going to make a video about music in Morocco. Let's go.
Traffic is rhythm. In Morocco, it's explosive, eruptive. From a steady hum, suddenly, sounds, actions burst onto the landscape. Contrary to most Western cities, the walking pace is slow. The driving pace is fast, seemingly uncontrolled. In Morocco, it is all about self-assertion. You want to cross the street? You walk into it. In Morocco, you have to be aware, awake, and involved at all times, judging every situation anew, reacting to a never-ending stream of fresh situations. In Morocco, you make up the rules as you go along, and surprisingly, everybody seems to know and unexpectedly abide by them. As far as driving is concerned,
what I noticed about Moroccan traffic is you try to squeeze your way in. You have to make the first step and you will realize that the other person, either on the bike, on a scooter, in the taxi, whatever, is going to react to you. They're either ignoring you, meaning they're not going to stop, or they're going to look at you, indicating you could go if you wanted to. So you have to weave yourself through the traffic.
Now it is time to give the musician a ring that will collaborate with me. We met at the studio and sat down to play and improvise. After some time playing and me explaining the way that I work, we suddenly clicked and we came up with a song in one single sitting.
2260. This is how it goes. I give him 20. And I give him 3. And I hope he's going to be as happy. We're standing in front of the studio now. I got here through connection, through couchsurfing actually. A woman took me here and I had a look and I thought it was a good studio and I'd love to do something, and she made a connection with a musician that I'm going to meet now. Follow me. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good. And you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Here we are. Trying to get the thing going.
Taxi again?
Yes,
Okay,
we took the taxi. Okay.
the story was I couldn't get rid of it. Night after night I kept dreaming of being behind the drum kit, looking for new rhythms, trying to make sense of the world around and inside of me. Some time ago I had finally decided to stop music altogether. The endless waste of time, traveling, rehearsing, struggling and waiting around. 20% performing and the rest wandering, working and worrying. I was sick of it. So I decided to give it all up, focus on writing instead. But I couldn't. I kept dreaming and dreaming about drumming. I felt unwell. So at the foot of Hungry Hill in Ireland, I decided to get back to drumming. I became aware that my life was about rhythm. What is rhythm? The time between 2 points in repetition. What is life? The time between birth and death in endless repetition. Having been given this time on the planet, the question was what to do with it. How to order and use time. How to turn my life into rhythm, or to be more precise, how to find my innate personal and natural rhythm and to express it. It is obvious, the most important thing is to observe and to listen. Half of playing is listening, the other half, taking the risk to find the right word, act or beat, the one that seems most appropriate. And therefore, creativity to me means to create my own order and rhythmical structure out of uncountable possibilities. So coming to Morocco seemed to me the most obvious move to find this original impulse in a somewhat undiluted cultural setting. We arrived at the studio and were somewhat stressed. We didn't want to play the song we had composed together. We needed to get inside the music, and what better way to do so than to improvise? There is little improvisation in Western music and next to nothing in classical Western music. This is quite different in Moroccan music, and even parts of classical Arabic music are improvised. When I spoke to Abdellah Bourkher El Gourd, one of the leading Gnawa masters in Morocco, he told me that in Gnawa music, the master and gembri player directs and controls the drummer. The drummer, he said, is not part of the compositional process. I work differently, I said. I interweave with the melody instrument and indicate with the drum the melodic possibilities. Through this, the drum becomes part of the overall musical composition.
الامبروفيزاسيون بالنسبه ليا شي حاجه اللي ضروري خصها تكون عند اي ميوزيسيان وحتى في لافي كوتيديان زعما الامبروفيزاسيون خصها تكون زعما حيت كطيح في سيتوياسيون اللي خصك تعرف كيفاش تتادابتا معاهم دونك خصك تامبروفيزي ما عندكش شي حاجه اخرى من غير الامبروفيزاسيون.
My experience was that when I play with classical musicians in the West, they can never improvise.
Yep.
My experience here was that people that might not have been only classical musicians, but they played classical music, but the musicians could also improvise. Tell me, how do you relate to Western music?
بالنسبه لي انا الموسيقى ديال المغرب كتبقى حتى هي جونغ موسيقال بحالها بحال ان اوتر جونغ. اي واحد يقدر يلعب الموسيقى اللي بغا باش يكومونيكي مع العالم كامل ومع الناس اللي حداهم ويتيكسبريما كيف ما بغا. دونك فوالا هادشي اللي كاين.
What do you think music is capable of?
بالنسبه لي انا الموسيقى تقدر تبدل بزاف د الحوايج. فهمتي جونغ تقدر تجمع جوج الناس مع بعضياتهم ما كيعرفوش بعضياتهم في واحد لا سيتوياسيون ولا كانت الموسيقى هي اللي جمعاهم هذيك الساعه كيولي ما كيبقاش شي واحد غريب على الاخر.
So the last question is going to be, why did you agree to collaborate with them?
بالنسبه لي اكسبيريونس جديده والانسان محدو عايش محدو في الحياه خاصو يتعلم كل نهار ويتلقى ناس ويحاول يخرج من الكونفورت زون ديالو.
Very good. So we're here. I'm the only guy smoking, so everybody came out with me, put up the camera for me to sit down and have a smoke. Very considerate. We have the videographer that I'm going to introduce to the camera. Come here. This is Smile. He's doing all the work. We're just having all the fun, but he's having to do all the work. Cameraman. And he's doing a great job, and we're very, very happy to have him here. And there's another guy. And we can introduce him as well. Come in, Super. Come in. He helped us to do the whole thing. He has the school. He is the driving machine behind the whole thing. He gets the whole thing together. I'm just having fun. He's also doing the work. So the only guy that is missing. Here he comes. That's the guy that said yes to the collaboration, that was kind enough to come in and just without knowing anything said, yes, I'm going to do it.